Cody, do you have a student senate report?
Kind of, yeah. Well, since it's summer, we don't actually have school. But I guess sports are starting August 15th. That's a little while away. But on like my personal thing, I've been here for about 9 months now, I think. And I feel like with my reports, it's always kind of the same stuff. We had a soccer game, we won, we lost, whatever. We have a dance coming up, and I was hoping that you guys in the next couple weeks, in the next meeting or two, you guys could give me a list of things you'd like me to look into so I can actually be reporting on items that you find interesting and important for the school board. So if you guys could just come up with a couple ideas for me to look into, that'd be great. That's it.
Okay. All right, committee reports.
I'll start. The Operations Committee met last week and discussed some bids, the backup generator, the middle school bathrooms, the pump house at Mohermet, and also had a discussion about, with Sue Caswell about changing our encumbered funds practices. So I assume that's something we're going to be coming forward with more information on. We will be meeting probably July 27th because the auditors are coming in and we're going to start that process. So I should have an update by then. And also, just to remind everyone, the Sustainability Committee continues to meet over the summer. It has divided into subcommittees, and we're continuing to post information online under committees if members of the community are curious as to the work that's going on.
Did you say the Operations Committee was going to meet on July 27th?
That's what I had heard, but I wasn't at the last meeting. Is there another date? Did I get that wrong?
Don't we have you mentioned we were meeting.
We do have the special workshop meeting with the ABC on budget goals on the 27th, but I'm not sure the time.
There's flexibility, so I'll email the members and or call them and figure out the time.
Any other?
I just had a question for Jocelyn. Sue just talked about Revolution Energy. Is there any involvement with the Sustainability Committee in that?
I think there may have been an email, where is Sue? An email that was sent out asking the was it that specific issue?
I wonder if it should go to them first or to you first, and I think they felt that it should go to you first.
Okay.
But we have a meeting tomorrow.
Okay, okay. So I'll have an update for that at our next meeting.
Krista.
The Policy Committee will be meeting August 3rd and August 17th for hopefully 3-hour workshops. And in hopes of finishing the revisions of the entire manual once through.
We're going to have a lot of coffee.
You attended the last wellness meeting for me, so I don't know if you have an update on.
Why don't you update on the policy that's going to be going
on? My understanding is that it's reaching its final stages, but I think that you might have more to contribute than I do because I wasn't there.
No. You can. The Wellness Committee will be circulating a draft of their very thoroughly done policy. They worked very hard on it, and that's being circulated, I believe, to
members of the community
schools and the teachers first, and then I think it will work its way to other groups. I'm sorry, I can't remember exactly which stakeholders first and second and third, but it will work its way around the community and people will be able to comment on it. They did a great job on it, I think, yeah. No more committee reports. Looks like a slow summer, good, okay. So now we are down to discussion items to schedule the board retreat, which Lee spoke of earlier. And the goal is hopefully to schedule that sometime early August. What I can do, if that's okay with the board, is what I did last year, which is to circulate an online calendar. And people can mark on there what days they have free or what days they don't have free, whatever works for them. Okay, and then we'll try to book something. How many hours, what's the time?
I would think that we should at least plan a full morning. I think when we go over that, we
morning or
become
an
somewhat
afternoon?
unproductive. So I'd like to work with the chair and the vice chair and try to plan our agenda for items that need to be discussed. I think the outcome of that should be, what are the priorities you want me to work on?
Okay, so I'll and on that calendar, you'll mark whether you're free in the morning or the afternoon or the evening.
But
and
I would suggest that we meet one morning if we could somewhere, while people are fresh, and
Okay.
we could have a good 4-hour work session and be on task and move on from there.
Okay, so expect that this week and then send it back as soon as you can. Action items, we are on to the policy. First one is the school board use of email. You should all have a copy of that. It should be,
So I ask that the school board approve this in the first reading, and that they have all the information for their accounts, and they place that practice in place, put that practice in place.
So moved.
Second. Excuse me. We're going to do it just a discussion.
Yeah,
There's not a question to ask.
You need a motion, I suggest. You should have a
Full
motion.
motion.
There is
a motion and a second.
BHEA, we're accepting that, as well as the accompanying regulation part, BHEA-R. So it's both of them that we're accepting.
Correct.
Okay.
I had a question. I'm sorry, I didn't see you. On the 5th paragraph, starting with the board encourages its members to refrain from communicating with each other via email regarding official school district business. I don't know, that confused me. It seemed like that was sort of the point of the...
Well, if I can clarify, the purpose of emails is to gather information. Discussions regarding school-related items should be held in public session. That's what that's addressing.
But
So in other words, if an
notifying
item...
within a communications
Yeah.
meeting... you can
Yeah,
do
you're
that.
not asking how someone is going to react to this, getting their opinion. That conversation needs to take place in public session. That's why you have a public meeting for the board to conduct its business. You're more than welcome to ask for additional information, which becomes public record, and we share it with you, and we have a recording that as a public record.
Then the word should perhaps be discussing rather than communicating. I don't know, that's fine, I guess. I just was confused by that. Jim? Krista, I'm sorry, Krista.
sorry.
had her hand
That's
up.
okay. I just wanted to clarify with Laura, did you get a full motion from me on
Yes, I did.
that? Okay.
And I had the second by Jim.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Did anyone else want to make a comment?
I had a question about how we should archive our emails.
I'm working with, we're reviewing the state guidelines on public records, and this
Okay.
would fall under the same premise.
Okay.
That we are required by law to record and maintain our records.
Right.
And this would fit the same way.
I guess, may I follow up?
Yes.
My question is, as an individual, we receive correspondence, I have my own, file folder system. It's okay for me to continue that, correctly? Because it's still housed.
Just forward it then.
No, not on my personal account. I have within my ORCSD, I'm using our servers to create my own file management. That's still within the public domain.
Yes,
There's no
'cause
reason.
It's accessible by my
Right.
secretary, it's still public domain,
Right.
yes.
Okay, so there's no reason not to continue that.
Correct.
It's from, okay.
Jim, did you have a question?
It's just that the state really, again, encourages, and I take this from the workshop that we went to, is to not use email at all if you can avoid it. But for an informational sharing tool, it's very good. But we don't, I think when you start to get into trying to deliberate or convince somebody to do something, it's something we should stay away from and only use it for informational reasons. That's what the state said.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so, is discussion over? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
I guess he's abstaining.
Henry's abstaining.
Is Henry not there?
Thank- Okay, thank you, Henry.
So I think David's going to ask for a roll call, but
Yeah.
The state law requires that if you have someone on the phone, all votes must be a roll call vote. Go down so the person on the phone can hear everyone's vote.
Right. You want to do
Otherwise,
it
the
clear.
vote is valid.
Right.
Please follow the law.
that's correct.
Want to go one
I'm sorry,
by
David,
one?
it was very hard for me to hear what your complaint was.
My point is that the state law, whenever you have a person on the phone
Yes, I
joining
know
a
that.
public meeting, all votes have to be roll call.
Right.
And that means you go down, call everybody's name, everybody's voice, so that the person on the voice, all votes have to be roll call.
It's not, I think just by saying it orally is good enough.
I'm saying
so.
aye is not, no, roll call vote means every person says their vote independently.
Okay.
Okay, I've just been told today is Laura's birthday, so.
Happy birthday.
Shall we
Yes,
sing?
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Now, this is, I'm sure, the place you want to be for your birthday.
I guess Henry is on the line.
Henry is back on the
He's
line.
back on the line now, so could you make sure that the vote is recorded properly?
Okay.
I don't think he heard the deliberation, so he
abstained.
was
So
not
he
able to.
abstained.
No, I
No,
sustained,
but-
I did not hear the.
You want to go one?
Yes.
Okay,
One,
okay.
one. Okay.
So Anne, Lane, vote.
Ann Lane, aye.
Christovetz, aye.
Jim Catch, aye.
And right, aye.
Jocelyn O'Quinn, aye.
Megan Turnbull, aye.
Henry Brackett sustained.
Okay, Krista, you're going to take us through the next policies that we need to do?
Sure. I just want to say thanks, Lee, for making my job a little easier and sending out that school board use of email policy all done for me. Okay, so we are plunging into the second read for JICD, JLC, JLD, JLI, KA, and DID, and that's it. I'm going to propose that we take JICD separately because I have an amendment to that actually. And then vote for JLC, JLI, KA, DID as a slate. Are there is there a motion for that?
I would actually, there's a couple of those that I would like to pull out.
Okay, then make a motion to accept something.
I make a motion to pull out of that slate, KA,
Okay, or just tell me which one you want to pull out.
yeah, KA, you already said JICD, JLD, JLC, and that's it.
So that leaves us with
And
DID.
can you repeat that for me, which ones you want to pull out?
Yeah, hold on, I'll put it for you, Laura. I just gotta figure it out. Okay, so, and can I make,
Say we go through individually.
I'm sorry, I'm
Can I
not
make
paying
a-
attention.
can I
Okay,
make a
Krista.
motion? I make a motion to accept for second read, DID, JLI, and that's it. That's my slate.
I make a motion to accept, is it DID and
JLI.
JLI?
Second.
All right, any discussion? Okay, roll call votes.
Ann Lane, aye.
Christovetz, aye.
Jim Catch, aye.
And right, aye.
Jocelyn O'Quinn, aye.
Megan Turnbull, aye.
Henry Brackett, aye.